Good evening. I'm Brad Elison. I'm the president of the Missoula Community Concert Band. Welcome and thank you all for coming out on this beautiful Missoula spring evening. It's wonderful to have you all here. I have a few announcements before we get started, and I'm sure you're going to be in for a stirring night of band music. This evening's performance is being recorded by Missoula Community Access TV, down in the back corner, as a result of a media assistance grant awarded to the Missoula Community Concert Band from MCAT. So we thank them. It will be aired on channel 189 and also available on video on demand. Our sponsor for tonight's evening is Origin Health. We really appreciate the financial and personal contributions to the band from Origin Health. Without their support, we wouldn't be able to put on these performances. And it's the contributions of organizations like Origin Health that make Missoula the arts community that it is. I'm so proud of it. We would also like to thank the Missoula Community Theater for allowing us to use their absolutely fabulous space. It's a beautiful venue, and we are thankful to be able to be here tonight. I'd also like to recognize the board of the Missoula Community Concert Band. They're the ones who do all the work behind the scenes that make tonight possible. So I'm just going to introduce the board members and have them stand up real briefly for you. Our president-elect is Tracy Hardy. Treasurer is Amanda Tisch. Our secretary is Gretchen Donahue. Our board members are John Combs, Dan Dixon, who's not playing with us tonight, but maybe out here in the audience somewhere. I don't know. Dan, are you here? Oh, up top. Okay, great. Diane Trailkill, who is off riding her bike in Arizona or New Mexico or something, so she's not with us either. We also have two newly elected board members I'm going to introduce tonight. They really don't start officially until after June. Lisa Davey and Gloria Handel. Lastly, I'd like to thank you, our wonderful audience, for being here, supporting us in person, and or more importantly, supporting us financially. We are an entirely volunteer band. The members of the band pay dues so that we can support our conductor and support the operational costs of our organization. And your contributions are invaluable to us. So if you can, take a look at the tuba case out in the auditorium on the way in or the way out. We appreciate any contribution that you can make, and it's what makes this night possible for us. As a small token of our appreciation, we have a reception after the concert where there are cookies and refreshments. Please stay with us out in the lobby for a bit after the concert and share your thoughts and comments and have a cookie. Before I get to introducing our conductor for the night, please check your cell phones and any other electronic devices you have. Make sure that those are off and you won't be hearing them during the concert. Our conductor tonight, Dr. Monte Grise, has a long history of accomplishment in the concert band and fine arts music arena. There is a lengthy, good, get it out of your system now. There is a lengthy and relatively complete biography in on the back of your program. I encourage you to look at it. I'm not going to go through it all right now. What I would like to do is comment on the special relationship that the band has had with Dr. Grise over the past 2 years. His contributions are untold, and we really want to make sure that we give him the best tonight because he's given us his best. Over the past 2 years, he's blessed us with his musical expertise, his vision, his genuineness as a leader and a champion of the band. And while we don't know what the future holds, we know that Dr. Grise's involvement with our band has made us both better musicians and a little bit just better people. With the baton in Dr. Grise's hands tonight, I'm sure you will hear a brilliant performance. Dr. Monte Grise.
Please, if you would all rise and pay proper respects, we'll begin with the national.
Thank you so much. Thank you all for being here and sharing in our last performance of the season. We're very grateful to see such a large audience on such a beautiful night. Holy cow. So obviously you could be lots of places, and we're grateful that you're here with us tonight. First piece that we did there was we did Fanfare, just a great concert opener and a nice way to set the mood for the evening. Our second selection this evening is an incredibly important piece to the wind band repertoire. It's really the cornerstone piece written for wind bands. One of the first artistically crafted pieces with the idea of the aesthetic of wind bands being in mind. In the past, there were transcriptions of orchestral pieces or marches or things like that in the 1800s. And this piece was written in 1909, and it still stands the test of time in its craftsmanship and compositional creativity that Gustov Holst put into it. It's three-movement work. Begins with a chaconne. And the chaconne is like a theme in variations. You'll hear the difference being the theme is the same all the time, and the variation is the accompaniment around that. So you will hear that a similar theme coming throughout the whole first movement, and then all these interesting things that happen around it. The interesting thing about this composition is that all three movements are based on the same beginning motive. You'll hear in the low brass right at the beginning. It's also the beginning of the second movement and the third movement. They're written a little bit different, but the pitches are the same. So we begin with the chaconne. We have the intermezzo, a little dance, interlude in the beginning or in the middle, and then it closes with the march. And again, see if you can identify those little fragments of the themes throughout. It's really an interesting piece and really an important piece in our repertoire. So here's Gustov Holst's first suite in E flat. thank you so much. That is such a fun piece to play. It's interesting after 120 years or however long. It's still as exciting and fun for the players and hopefully fun for the audience as well. I think you can really tell the craftsmanship in that performance. Oh my gosh. Thanks. Our next selection, fun rustic sort of folk dance, really rhythmic. It's an Albanian dance called the shota, and it's again expertly crafted by Shelley Hansen. Shelley Hansen's a composer who lives in the Twin Cities, St. Paul, Minneapolis area of Minnesota. She's written a lot of really fantastic works. A lot of works that can be performed at both high school levels and also at college and professional levels. This is a fun sort of little appetizer kind of piece that I think you'll really enjoy. Albanian dance. super fun piece to play. Well, maybe some evening other minutes. Super fun. Hey, so I'm super grateful to have the opportunity to conduct this ensemble. We had a lot of fun. I hope you can tell. It's been a great honor to be able to do that. And so again, I'm grateful for the opportunity. here for the opportunity to take a little break. I'm going to bring up a guest conductor for this next piece. And we're very fortunate to have some great musicians and teachers in the band, and so to have those opportunities to give a different voice and a different vision or a different experience for the ensembles is a neat thing to be able to do. And our next conductor is a legendary band director from California who was here, who had these amazing programs out there, and has recently moved here, retired and moved to Missoula, and we're really grateful to have him here and be a part of our music making and sharing his experience with us. Please welcome Mr. Don Jaramillo.
Good evening. I don't think I need the microphone. Our next selection is a dance selection from Fiddler on the Roof. Fiddler on the Roof, they made a theatrical debut, musical debut in 1964. The arrangement we're playing was done by a Hollywood composer, arranger, orchestrator, Ira Pearson. Ira has many credits to his name, including writing music for A Bug's Life and Toy Story 2. He has also been nominated twice for Pulitzer Prizes for his composition. In this arrangement, you're going to hear several wonderful soloists in the band, and you're also going to hear dance selections, True Life, Tradition, Chava, the Perch Chicken Hole Dance, and we'll end with the Wedding Dance, also known as the Bottle Dance. Thank you very much for being here, and please enjoy our performance of dance selections from Fiddler on the Roof.
So the next selection is a piece by Frank Ticelli, a lone band composer, well, not just band composer, writes for orchestras and choirs and all sorts of things. But this piece is a very special piece to him and to all of us in a way. April 20th marks the 25th anniversary of the Columbine shooting massacre. And this piece was written not as a memorial piece for them, they commissioned him to write them this work, and it's more of meant to be kind of a celebration of life, that kind of a feeling to it, and as a point of departure for writing music, he wanted to use the Columbine alma mater, and discovered they didn't have one. And so as part of this, he wrote them an alma mater, and that is the basis for this piece then. And so you'll hear that sort of uplifting chorale style work within this piece, along with those other moments of reflection and celebration. So this is an American elegy, and in honor of that 25th anniversary. this. If you maybe turn on the national news today, you may have seen some footage from the White House, and you see some children rolling Easter eggs on the White House lawn. And this next selection is representing that whole event and experience. The Easter egg roll on the White House lawn has a tradition of about almost 150 years. Where children can do that on the Monday after Easter. And when I heard that the concert was going to be on the Monday after Easter, I programmed the entire thing around this one piece. That's actually true. When do you get to play Easter Monday on the White House lawn on Easter Monday? They usually don't have concerts on Monday. So this is a really unique and fun opportunity to be able to perform this piece. It doesn't get performed as much as other Sousa selections. It's not a traditional march. It has a march flavor to it, of course, but it's quirky and fun. And you will definitely hear those moments of rolling eggs and its sort of oblong-shaped melody that comes through. You'll definitely hear a little bit of that fun and lightness of this next selection. Thank you for coming out this evening and sharing with us. I'll tell you, it's a great privilege for a community to have a community band that's this strong with such great musicians in it. It's fun for us to perform. It's fun for them to get together and perform with each other. But it's way more fun when we have a great audience to share that with. So thank you for being here this evening, and we really appreciate that. So thank you, and here is Easter Monday on White House Lawn.
Thank you.